Welcome back to Reddit on Reddit. Today we're going to be taking a look at AskReddit. What would you like to clear up with the FBI agent watching you? My Wi-Fi, barely legal, is still legal. Yeah, sure. Everything in my search history that has an r/ in the beginning is me scrolling through Reddit and seeing someone post a weird subreddit, and I just have to see if it's a real thing or not. I'm actually not into googly eyes on genitals, even though it's pretty funny, but not sexually arousing. Whoa. There's a subreddit for my favorite hobby? You can't see what I do in a private browser, right? Incognito mode in Linux with the lights off and the door closed is basically invisible. Is X flammable? Average survivable fall distance. Diagram of bouncing Betty grenades. How toxic is X plant? Can X plant kill you? I swear I just play a lot of D&D, and yes, I know fall damage is in the PHB. The D&D fall damage is bullcrap. I'm on your side. I've never actually read the Anarchist Cookbook. Any references I may have made were based on what teenagers who claimed they read it told me back in high school. Sorry you have to stay up so late. I'd like to apologize to my FBI man too. Please go to bed. Scratch his dry eyes in my dusty blacked out van. We take it in shifts. It's alright. Make sure to get some sun every now and then. I'm not going to kill anybody. I just look far too into violent crime in my area because I'm paranoid. Same here, except for it's human trafficking. I'm not going to human traffic anybody. I barely even want to interact with humans. If I saw it, you saw it too. And you're just as messed up as me. My insurance barely pays for therapy, so don't even think about asking me to cover yours, agent. Hell, they probably get pissed when you change images because they haven't finished yet. That was the best way to avoid having administrators at high school confront you about the porn you were watching. Just make sure to watch videos that are so despicable that nobody would ever admit to seeing it. Yes, I looked how to make homemade explosives, where to buy the chemicals needed, and the regulations of said chemicals in the place I'm in. Yes, I also Googled several different directions of police departments, how they track down a terrorist, all the process required to find them and to take them to justice. Yes, I did investigate how to abduct a person and how much will the police do to find them. No, dude, I'm not a psycho killer. I'm running a Vampire the Masquerade game, which is a tabletop role-playing game. It was getting the facts for my world building right. Alternatively, I'm a writer. Those guys always have some weird searches. On behalf of writers, I'd just like to say, yeah, you're right. When I Googled American nuclear power plant plans, I was just trying to find out if many new power plants were planned to be built in the US. I was not looking for blueprints. I mean, do you want some? The NRC has a number of design sketches on file that, if I recall correctly, are public access. Your search has been noted. Yeah, sure, bud. I realize how bad how to clean blood off carpet sounds, but it was for when my dog's period came in the middle of the night and I woke up to red spots all over the house. Edit, my dog is spayed, but still goes into heat because it was an ovary-sparing spay, which removes the uterus but leaves the ovaries, thus preserving natural hormone levels that are linked to lower rates of joint dysplasia in large breed dogs. Little boy's underwear, tail through the fly, bonus points if you get him Spider-Man underwear. I swear I'm not going to Area 51. Redacted, I'm redacted going to Area 51. You will never be able to blackmail me with my porn history. It's weird, I know. Some would call it degenerate, but I have no shame. Don't expect to extort me with it. Is the FBI into extortion? The agent drops a folder of filth on the table with a mild metallic thump. Okay, son, I need you to work with me here. He leans back in his chair in a familiar position. Just another day, just another creep to weed out, he thinks. He takes a sip of his already stale coffee and let his thumb play around with his novelty coffee mug for a brief moment, his mind wandering back to simpler times before catching himself. He begins to lean forward. What can you tell me about these things? You don't say a word. The fluorescent light flickers for a while. You don't avert his gaze. A single fly tries to announce itself with a barely audible buzz from one of the corners of the interrogation room. You already know that the agent in front of you is in your house now, not the other way around. Silent type, huh? Well, let's take a look, shall we? The agent stares into your eyes for a moment, stoic as only an experienced agent could be, then looks down and slowly opens the folder. He pulls out picture after picture, showing limbs in weird angles, screen cap printouts of monstrous oddities doing unspeakable things to themselves and each other, orifices, items in places they shouldn't be, all unnatural things. The pieces on display would create more questions than answers for any normal person who would dare to gaze upon them. Still don't say a word, and just sit there for a moment. But then you slowly reach down and start to unzip your pants, now determined. With a sudden shriek of victorious declaration, you yell at the top of your lungs, "Everyone who doesn't want to get pregnant, leave this room now!" You go to town. With a heartbeat reminiscent of primal drum beats mixed with jazz, you begin the sordid act. It's not your first time. Not your last. The rhythm from your nether regions makes it sound like a wild animal attacking, like a frozen fish slapped against the side of an illegally parked late 90s Toyota, like a mildly overweight stepdad applying suntan lotion with a dented shovel in a tiny RV bathroom, like a pile of rubber gloves rolled together and systematically dropped into an industrial-sized tub of oatmeal. The hardened agent feels a sudden rush of fear wash over him. All his years of hard work, all of his experience now seems for nothing. He jumps out of his chair in shock. The former silence that filled the room is now quickly snuffed out in an instant. In a futile attempt, he tries to call out for help, but nobody can get to him in time, only to get sucked into an aggressive vortex of filth that he himself tried to call you out on only moments ago. But you don't stop. You don't pull any proverbial punches. "You have awoken the beast," you declare. Sweat and small drops of blood flies from limbs and walls. Sticky substances that shouldn't logically exist get flung in any and every direction. It is at that moment he knows that he shouldn't have messed with the god of filth himself. Roll credits. Gag reel. Me Googling how to make gunpowder was just to verify the methods used in an anime. Dr. Stone? Holy crap, if they ever viewed my search history from back when I used to write horror fiction, lol, how to hide a body long term, best ways to commit suicide, psychological effects on victim post-rape, I'm just waiting for that knock. Even though I want Redacted dead, doesn't mean I would ever do anything to hurt Redacted. Karen? Of course, we all hate Karen. I'm sorry for my search history. Better be. Okay, me Googling that stuff about decomposing bodies and embalming was about an argument about the effects of embalming fluids on the soil. Also, you already know I watch various types of hentai. Sure, I have a few more sick ones, but you know I have vanilla too. Is there an effect on the soil? I'm oddly interested. Vanilla? I bet you like hand-holding too, you effing degenerate. I'm playing Minecraft, so don't mind me when I type something like how to make TNT. I swear I forgot to add Minecraft in the end of the sentence. Killing children is a computer science term. A child is a child process of the main process. Sometimes they hang up and you have to kill them. That is force quit. I am not a serial child killer. I just screw up my code a lot and have to kill a child. It got me in trouble in the high school and college libraries when I was logged in and Googling how to kill children. And my latest one, I'd like to clear up. I'm Googling dog vaginas to figure out how to clear out a UTI of one of our shelter dogs. I'm not some child murdering bestiality enthusiast. I just screw up my code a lot and have to kill a child. I usually take a coffee break for that, but whatever. My college class had a good laugh about who knew how to kill off the zombie children best. I don't know. Looking at your username, it's hard to believe you're not into that stuff. Not the FBI agent. I want to clear this up with my work IT. In another Reddit post, someone was talking about the infamous Road to El Dorado scene, so I looked up on YouTube cartoon blowjob. I was just curious about that scene. I wasn't doing anything questionable at my desk. I swear. Pinky swear? Turns out she was also cyberstalking me back at the same time, so we're all cool. It cancels out. Oh crap. This certainly blew up while I was at work. Okay, so the broad strokes. Two utterly messed up people fell lightning bolt strike in love with each other at the wrong time, had a disastrous, though now that I know she has positive memories of it, very, very fun fling, were each other's mutual rock bottoms, and then wound up furiously hating each other. Never to speak to you again, ruined my life, etc., etc. This was like 3.5 years ago. It all happened in about 4 months. She was a micro celeb on a particular corner of Twitter, and I became that account's most avid reader, though I didn't interact. But that was the extent of it. I just read her public internet persona way too much, even though it made me sad, and I knew she probably would rather that I didn't. Anyway, I've got my stuff together since then, and about a year ago, I finally forced myself to start really getting over her and quit dwelling. And it seemed like she was also getting less online and moving in positive directions. We hadn't attempted to communicate since stuff blew up, and I sent a short apology and well wish. No reply. Ah well, so it ends. I certainly wouldn't say I was over at that point, but at least I stopped having dreams where I was apologizing. And 2 months ago, I get an email from her out of the blue saying she's been meaning to talk to me for over a year, that she appreciated the message but didn't know how to respond. She also turned her stuff around. We've talked on the phone a couple times, and it came out that she'd been steadily Googling me, looking at my social media, and asking friends details, swearing them not to repeat that they had been asked. Also, in the fallout of truly wrecking each other's lives in 2016, we both wound up moving and bouncing between a few different places and wound up 4 hours away from each other. We're going to get coffee the next time she comes to the city. I'm hopeful, but also wary of the whole thing. I definitely settle for a friendship here. She's the most interesting and smartest, dear God, gobsmackingly smart. My plan for closure was to wait till she'd written a book and then send a letter congratulating her. Person I've ever met. We had the hot fling. I don't want a second one of those. If it feels like it could be a healthy, real romantic thing, well, we'll see. It also feels vaguely like a mountain goat song. Noted. When I looked up ISIS application, I was looking for an article on an app that ISIS had made to get supporters. I wasn't trying to apply for ISIS. Don't do that again. I'm over her, but sometimes I just want to check up on her and to see if she's still happy with her current man. This hits home. I think all exes inevitably creep their respective exes from time to time. I'm not American, so you're wasting your time watching me. My porn history does not accurately reflect how I view women. I'm having a Christmas party if you want to come. They already have the address and date and time. Nice try, Mr. FBI man. And that's the end of this AskReddit. What would you like to clear up with the FBI agent watching you? Let us know down below in the comments, what would you like to clear up with the FBI agent watching you? While you're down there, hit the like button, get subscribed to this channel, as well as share this video with your friends so that they can clear up a few things with the FBI guy as well. Thank you for watching this Reddit from Reddit video, and we will see you in the next one.